Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 27 of the, as far as the Dawn of MMA save here on the channel in WMMA 5, as we have our one Mayhem in Maine show, which there is a change for our main event. We have an injury, as Evan Tanner has got a compound zygomatic fracture, which will take him out for at least 2 months. Very tough. For Mauricio Bustamante, because now he's got to wait at least until July, and that's at the earliest. I don't even think he's going to be able to fight Evan Tanner then. He's probably going to have to fight in September. With that, we have now had to move up a couple of main events. As far as for now, this card, the One Mayhem in Maine show, we'll be seeing a heavyweight title matchup, as we will be seeing Mark Cuban take on Josh Barnett. Big time opportunity for Mark Cuban. They literally probably got this call. Yeah, it had to have been that Monday, so they got about a 5-6 day notice on now instead of fighting a month from now fighting 6 days from now, and that's a hell of a step up for both guys. So that's going to be crazy. Right now, the one Friday in Florida show, Carlos Dune's going to have to do us a little favor. Because, boy, we have nobody for Mauricio Bustamante to take on. Figured, hey, let's have the former champ, which I feel like Carlos Dune is always in these opportunities for some reason, where he's coming off of a loss and gets to fight for a title. But, again, we needed somebody that could move up or down. That would make sense. I guess we could have had Jeremy Horn bumped down. It's not a terrible idea. We might end up actually doing that. Since, let's take a look. If he can even do it. Oh, yeah, he could do it. Oh, wow. He's walking around at 210. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I feel like... instead of cutting like 5 pounds, he'll have to cut 20. But for Carlos Newton, he's just going to have to gain weight, of course. Because he is walking around, I think, at 190, 185. And he's going to have to be now fighting probably at 190. So he's just going to have to gain about 5 pounds, give or take. And it's kind of crazy. He can actually fight a cruiserweight now, which is pretty tough. But yeah, he is a former champ. He has beaten guys that are, have pretty good jiu-jitsu, and Wanda Baraga and Dennis Hallman, and even Matt Hughes was a good fight. It's not like it was a bad fight or anything. It gives credibility, really, for that for not only the welterweight title, but the middleweight title, potentially, because that's the first time a champion and a former champion have fought in ONE FC, which is kind of crazy here in the save. Because really, as far as Josh Barnett, of course, he, him and Don Fry, of course, that was, that never happened before, and Volkan hasn't fought Don Fry, so we don't have that. And, of course, the Cruiserweight title, which it was just Vitor Hickson and Frank Shamrock. And as far as with Hickson and Frank, they did have a match. But, of course, that was when he beat him for the belt. So, again, it's kind of weird to kind of look at it like that, to where, there's not been, a buffer in between that, if that makes any sense. And obviously, Mauricio's been the champ after Henzo. And yeah, it's a unique fight. The odds are kind of crazy for that fight in Mauricio's favor, which I get, but I think it's going to be a lot closer than what they have it as. And it's a goofy little fight, though. And now for the Chaotic Night in Chi-Town, we'll be seeing the Chicago native. Or not, no, he's not from Chicago. He is from Hillsborough, that's right. Illinois. As far as the Illinois native, Matt Hughes is going to be defending his championship. Not sure it's going to be Matt Serra, if it's going to be... Really, it's going to come down to this card. Funny enough, as far as how kind of the future title scene is going to look like for a lot of these championships. Because Eric Paulson and Andrei Semenov, if Paulson beats Semenov, he did lose to Mauricio Bustamante, but it was a good fight. So again, we could also give him a title rematch, but I don't know if that's really the best idea. But Chuck Liddell, Kazushi Sakuraba, winner of this fight will take on the potential new cruiserweight champion, depending on if we get Vitor Belfort back, which I doubt will happen by the time we can, because I mean that's almost impossible unless something crazy happens. We'll take on Vanderlei Silva to crown our new cruiserweight champ. But Josh Barnett and Mark Kerr now fighting in the main event is a very fun fight. Toby Mott and Carl Uno, very fun fight as well. Right now, we actually are going to have the lightweight title be defended in Brazil. At least that's the plan right now. We might change that, but that's at least the plan for that main event. When we have the final chapter of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu versus One FC, and even then it's a bit of a stretch unless we get Henzo. And then for Carlos Moreno, Pete Williams, Egan Inoue, John Alicio, Brian Johnston, Naoya Ogawa, and the debuting Travis Lutter taking on Manoa as Ikuhasa Manoa. This is it's going to be an interesting fight here, because obviously Travis Lutter, great BBJ guy. Or BJJ guy, Jesus Christ. Josh Barnett and Mark Kerr, the Special Machine, Mark Kerr. 5-1, 7-1 though for both guys. As far as for Barnett, he is the favorite. Champion coming in. Looking to, and again, they fought once before in April of 1998. So only a year ago, we saw Mark Kerr beat Josh Barnett. So we beat him without, really, I mean, their fight, from what I remember, not the greatest. You know, again, that can kind of happen when you get two wrestlers. But man, he beat the fuck out of Alexei Olenek. That was a very fun fight for him. Got him against the ropes and kneed him right in the goddamn face. It's also crazy, his only loss to Don Fry when Don Fry caught him with one punch. We could have done a rematch with him and Fry. We might still do that. Obviously, if he wins this championship fight, that will probably be what will be the next title fight. But for Josh Barnett, of course, beat Don Fry. Last time we saw him, because he fought in rings. Kind of crazy. This is his first fight in 1999. And, yeah, I mean, he beat Igor. He choked out Don Fry with that north-south choke as well, so he even finished him. That was his first finish in ONE FC, too, which was hilarious, because that fight was kind of the hype of, like, Don Fry. He's been finishing people. He's been beating guys in the first round, knocking guys out, and Barnett hadn't even finished anybody yet up to that point and won, and wouldn't you know it, he's the one that actually gets the finish win and becomes the new champ. Very fun fight, though. Very, very fun fight to get a rematch like this for Mark Kerr. He's got a chance to get the heavyweight championship once again. Not many guys, in the heavyweight division have gotten multiple chances against different champs. So that's good. That's a big opportunity for him. He does not want to squander that in our main event in the Iceman, Chuck Liddell and Kazushi Sakuraba. Very fun fight here, because, I mean, Sakuraba obviously does not have the striking that Chuck has. But, you know, Sakuraba is wrestling, his grappling, his jiu-jitsu is very, very good. It's probably going to be potentially the fight-winning ways of Kazushi Sakuraba. If he's going to win any way in this fight, it's going to be with his jiu-jitsu. But my God, Chuck Liddell, of course, striking-wise, is that Hawaiian Kimbo style, the counter-striking, the way he's been knocking people out. He knocked out Guy Metzger, he knocked out Alan Ghost. If he can beat Sakuraba, that would be a hell of a win. And, of course, this is his first fight of 1999 as well for Sakuraba. He just beat Dan Henderson back in November, which is a huge win. He's beaten Frank Shamrock, Jeremy Horn. You see the rear naked chokes of Kamaris. He has not went the distance with anybody, which is kind of crazy, because there was a lot of guys in there that are just tremendous and are able to do everything as far as grappling-wise, striking-wise, that have really been putting people away, and he's been able to put them away pretty effortlessly. Going to be a fun fight. This is a very fun fight to have. Both guys 29, and yeah, I mean, that's a fight that would have been a lot of fun to see during the early 2000 Pride days. But Eric Paulson and Andrei Semenov are middleweight contest. Eric Paulson, 33, back with us after losing to, as far as to Merlio Bustamante back in October. He got signed to Rings, and then Rings changed all their divisions at the beginning of the year, so we got lucky to bring him back. But yeah, 12-4. I mean, not the greatest of records, but obviously a lot more fight experience than Andrei Semenov. It's a close fight, though, on the betting line. Minus 110 for Paulson. Semenov, his wins have been in local shows, so I can't really tell exactly how well he's going to do tonight. It's a bit of a roll of the dice for them to be on this main card, but he's a Red Devil Fight Club guy. Great Sambo fighter. He's going to be interesting to see how he moves in that middleweight division, because that Sambo background at middleweight, there's not a lot of guys that have that type of combat Sambo, at least facing that or dealing with that, so it's a unique style for that division, and we'll see how that plays out. Then Toby Amato and Carl Luno, enormous favorite for Carl Luno, but I would not count on Toby Amato. I mean, Toby Amato looked great in his debut. They're both judokins. Toby Amato beat Colin Mansour. Of course, he had that Darce choker. That was a very, very fun fight. One of the best fights we've had in the save for Carl Luno. Of course, he fought back in March at his return to one, or not actually not his return. That was in 97, 98 when he fought Ramiro Sato for the belt. Lost in the first round, got caught with a rear naked choke, but he has gotten some wins with some rear naked chokes. He's obviously a very good grappler in his own right. Crazy again, they're both in their early 20s. It's going to be a fun one, though. I think the way, stylistically, this matches up very, very nicely, and both guys potentially looking for a title fight in the future, especially for Carl Luno, who's looking to get a rematch, potentially over Ramiro Sato. For Carlos Barreto and Pete Williams, El Duro Pete Williams is 4-3. Barreto's 7-2, but 2-2 in 1 FC. It's both minus 180, Jesus, minus 110. I looked at the number as far as where Carlos Barreto was ranked when I was reading the betting line, and it fucked me all up. But yeah, it's great. So both guys 235 as well. So traditional heavyweights. He just beat Heath Herring, which it was by a cut, so not the greatest of wins. And his other win was Brian Johnston, which was, that went the distance, which was kind of crazy. Yeah, he hasn't had a finish in one. El Duro Pete Williams is a very, very tough man. Striking-wise, tremendous. He's been caught before striking-wise. He just got caught with a rear naked choke by Alexei Oleinik last year. He's had so many fights for us, though, which is kind of a crazy thing to look at all these fights he's had. But he's fought a good bit of people. A lot of different types of fighters, too. Alexei Oleinik and, as far as him and Erickson and Mark Kerr. Obviously, you're kind of wrestlers and grapplers. Tellingman and, as far as really Pedro Hizzle, kind of more stand-up guys. And Tank Abbott, of course. Dick Verge, another guy that's kind of more like a stand-up guy. He's fought a little bit of everything and a bit of a mixed bag, but he's gotten knockout wins. And he's gotten an Americana win IVC, but I would say if he's going to beat anybody here in one, it would be by knockout, and especially with Carlos Barreto being a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy, would probably be his path to victory. But they're both at the pit. One's at the pit elevated, and the other one obviously at the traditional pit. For Brian, about jumped over this. Egan Inoue and John Alicio. The 0-2, John Alicio, tough start for him. Of course, he just debuted against Marcelo. Then he fought Matt Serra in his actual pro debut. Both Kimura losses, so hopefully he can't lose to a Kimura for a third time. Egan, though, 3-5. He loses this fight, he's probably out of here. He did beat Nick Serra, and he's beaten Macaulay Yuki in the past and Yuki Kanda, but obviously with the 3-6 record and being a guy that would be 3-6-1 as well, it's not a great record for him. Alicio's a favorite, but not a clear favorite by any means. As then for the Brian Johnston-Neo Ogawa fight, Ogawa's only had one fight, but both guys, 30, 31, similar ages. Style-wise, kickboxing and judo. But Brian Johnston's a little bit of everything. 3-3, 1-3 though in 1 FC, which is one win was against Tank, and he knocked him out last year. If he loses this fight, he's probably going to be out of here as well. Even though he's a guy that's putting on good to great fights, it's just 1-4 with a 3-4 record is pretty tough. And for Ogawa, he made his debut, lost to Paul Varland, which wasn't great for him to lose that fight, but Was a good fight, though. We'll probably, if he loses this fight, give him one more chance and then have him get out of here. But obviously, a tough judokan in his own right. It's minus 110 both ways, too, so that's going to be nice to see. It's crazy. Again, Ogawa's such a fucking unit. He's 275 getting in there. He's going to be towering over Brian Johnston weight-wise, and that's going to help him out a lot with his judo. It's Manoa Man and Travis Lutter, as Manoa 2-3 in 1 FC, but 4-3 overall. Travis Lutter, of course, won in his debut, which that was in a local fight as well. Yeah, he won with the Kimura. As far as for Travis Lutter, Dallas native as well, which is nice since we have so many Texas guys. That's kind of where the base of the promotion is in, of course. But for Travis Lutter, big opportunity to fight somebody like Manoa, who's fought a bit of a mixed bag as well. He's fought guys like Vanderlei and Koyoshi Tamura, Mikoli Yuki, and Masaori Suda. He had the win over Wataru Sakata, which, again, not the most accomplished win, but he hasn't really had a bad fight for us. Actually, he hasn't had a bad fight for us at all. His only one non-good to great to fantastic fight was in IVC, so he's been a real trooper for us. And I think with that style, it's going to help him out a lot here, especially Travis Lutter in his grappling. Should be a fun one. As Josh Barnett making his first defense for the 1 heavyweight title. Of course, they fought at California Carnage 3 last year. Mark Kerr won by decision. Both guys are main eventing for the second time in one. Mark Kerr, of course, will have a significant weight advantage, but everybody's backing Josh Barnett. I feel like Mark Kerr's going to get it done tonight. He's had his chance at gold, came up short. Maybe the pressure of being in his hometown is what, being in Ohio, and it's that could be a lot for somebody. A lot of pressure going in as a challenger, wanting to make the hometown crowd, as far as giving him a huge moment. But now they're going to be in Maine, and of course Barnett, Washington guy, so far away is Barnett from his home state, and at least for Mark Kerr, a little closer travel, but still, this is a big fight. Big fight. So I think this is going to go either way. I think it's a lot closer than what they have it as. Chuck Liddell, Kazushi Sakuraba. Chuck coming in as the Blurcast staff picks favorite. 5-2 though. And Sakuraba submitted 4 of his last 5 opponents. This is a very fun fight. Can't wait for it. Eric Paulson, the White Shark. Andrei Simonov. 4-3 on the Blurcast staff picks. Paulson with a slight edge. I think that's correct. I think that's exactly how this fight's going to go. I think you have to give the edge to Paulson from his fight experience, his background, and how he's fought some very, very tough talent, where Simonov has not fought those guys yet, but he does have a lot of talent. He could be somebody to watch out for in the future. For Toby Imada and Carl Uno again. Carl Uno is very tough, but so is Toby Imada. Big opportunity for him, though, in a step in competition, a huge step up in competition for Toby Imada. We'll see if he can get it done, potentially, and shock the world. Carlos Barreto, Pete Williams, prelim Maine. Both guys, as far as, again, looking to jump potentially, for Pete Williams specifically, get back into a title hunt. To beat Carlos Barreto here would be huge. And for Carlos Barreto, he's got a chance to maybe right his wrong and kind of put some respect on his name here, potentially, if he can beat Pete Williams, especially if he can finish Pete Williams. Yeah, we already have Egan's contract coming up. Obviously, if he does win, we might break him back. We might not, though. We might just let him walk at that point still, because, again, he still wouldn't have the greatest of records. But John Alessio desperately, and I mean desperately, needs this win. 0-3 start to your career would be god-awful. Brian Fury Johnston, Ogawa. Ogawa, of course, has the significant weight advantage. Johnston does have the Blurcast stat picks advantage, though. It's 5-2, though. There are a couple of people backing Ogawa, which I think is a good underdog bet with his size. He can really be a difference maker. Travis Lutter going to have a significant weight and reach advantage over Manoa Man. Manoa does have one backer, though, in Harry, but everybody else backing Travis Lutter, and I think that's the right call. Travis Lutter, his grappling, again, is just so good. Our referee for this fight in our ringside judges, yeah, they're both weighed in at 190, but Travis Lutter's probably fighting around 195, maybe even 200. Misses the right hook, does Manoa, and gets kind of the right hook. That's also ducked, though. But he landed a jab, at least, did Lutter. Jab with the from Travis Lutter. Neither fighter can land a shot. Can't connect with the right hands. Yeah, I mean, weirdly enough, this has not been the way I thought this fight was going to go at all. First 2 minutes, they've been swinging and nothing's really landing either. So it's been huge swings and misses. There's a right hook, though, from Manoa. Off target with a jab. Left jab misses the vicious right. Misses the big right hand. Here comes another counter. This time Travis Lutter with a left jab and a right hand. Left hand from Lutter off the counter again. Nice right hook, though, from Manoa. Lutter avoids the 1-2, and he counters with 2 left hands. There we go. There's the takedown attempt. Doesn't get it, though, but he's going to get him against the ropes. There's the trip. Got his back. Oh, boy. Both hooks in. That's got to be it. Wow. Actually stopped that. That's crazy. Stops it again. Unreal. He still have the hooks in, but it's not looking good. Oh, wow. He actually pulls free. Well, there we go. Can't roll him off him. Still going for that rear naked choke, even though, again, now he's back with the hooks in. And he somehow survived that. That was crazy. I can't believe Travis Lutter didn't finish him. Had the hooks in. A very good grappler. Still couldn't get it done, though. Nice right hand from Manoa. Both guys are getting tired, though, already. And that is not a good sign, because we still got half of a fight left. Yeah, not even. We're still just a quarter of the way into the fight, really. Kind of left hand from Lutter. Can't get anything going there. Kind of jabs to connect it on it, though. 1-2. Avoids both of them. There's a fall into a clinch trip. Oh, there we go. Travis Lutter with another trip takedown. Oh, Manoa with the sweep. Nope, not happening. Been huge. Another sweep attempt. And again, that gets defended. And yeah, I mean, Travis Lutter's grappling is still better, but it just hasn't gotten him the win yet. Yeah, both fighters again fall into another ragged clinch. Oh, there we go. Manoa stops that trip at least for the first time, and there we go. Now he takes him down. Got about 2 minutes. Maybe he can get something going. Oh yeah, it was kind of settled for guard. Thought he maybe had a chance there to get something rolling. Oh, pushed away. So now he's standing. And Travis Lutter already slipping away. Starts to scramble, and he's loses out on that scramble, but it's already in the second round. Again, nobody can land anything. Everybody's tired. There's a takedown at least for Lutter. Another sweep attempt, and again, that's not happening. He's going to keep on going for those sweeps. And keeps him in guard. I mean, this has just been an absolute shit show of a stalemate. So what happens though when you get a fight this close is a lot of times with the same kind of background, you can get this type of shit show. Yeah, not great though. Not great. Trying to move to side control. Scrambles fast. Looking for some separation. Now he grabs side control. And now as far as we'll see what Lutter can do, they have pounding away. Not great though. Not great. Yeah, this fight has just gotten worse and worse. Just both guys are so tired. It's tough for both guys, really, to keep going with their style. Nice straight right hand. Lutter couldn't get the takedown, but he's going to push him against the ropes. He'll probably take him down here, though. Yep. Another, again, looking for those goddamn sweeps. Yeah, I mean, that's just not going to happen. Insane. Absolutely insane. Another scramble. Oh, nope, not enough separation, so he's got side control. Yeah, it's a scramble. Once they got in the mount, Lutter's just going to take him right back down now once they scramble. And yeah, I mean, obviously, Travis Lutter's going to win this fight, but boy, what a terrible showing, really, for both guys. But, I mean, shout out for Manoa to hang in there, to stop all those rear naked chokes in the first round, but at what cost, really? Because, Jesus, I mean, that was awful. They were pretty generous, though, to give that average. And Travis Lutter, though, getting the win, and he wants Matsuri Suda next. So, already calling out somebody. We could probably make that fight, though, and that does make sense. Brian Fury Johnston and Naoya Ogawa is our next one. Judges, yeah, giving up at least 30 pounds. But crazy how big Ogawa is. Both guys 6'4", but he's got damn near 30 pounds on him. Jab in exchange, 1-2. Ogawa avoids both of them. Now moving in, misses the left. Nice 1-2 from Johnston. Jab in the exchange, 1-2 again from Johnston. He is landed some big shots and raises his hand and motions for the fans to make some noise here for Ogawa after getting just pieced up. Just kind of hilarious. There's a right hand from Johnston again, and yeah, it looks like Naoya Ogawa is out of his element here. He is getting fucked up. Caught him with the right hand. 1-2 from Johnston. Left jab. Nothing but air on the big right. Just tough, man. 1-2 again from Johnston. He is getting after it. Johnston again. A few gulps here, trying to get into already taking some deep breaths. Not a great sign, but Johnston moves in the pocket. Lands the right hand. Again, Johnston has been the better striker. You're seeing it here. It's another counter strike with the right cross. Counter left hand from Ogawa here. 1-2 from Johnston again. Right hand lands for Ogawa. 1-2 from Johnston. Nice counter again. Sliding past the right hook and counters with the right cross. 1-2. Quick left straight right from Ogawa. Jabbing a nice right hook from Johnston. Ogawa shoots in. There we go. We get a takedown attempt from Ogawa. Good idea for him, but as far as for the excitement of this fight, obviously Johnston was piecing him up, doing a really, really good job. They got to stand him back up, though, already. And Ogawa, again, down the crowd to make some fucking noise. He gets caught with a 1-2 by Johnston. Very fun round for Brian Johnston, though. He looked great. Didn't stop that takedown, but, again, he is a kickboxer. It's not that crazy that he didn't stop it. Nice right hook, though, from Ogawa. Good right hand from Johnston now. 1-2 from Johnston. Quick left straight right. 1-2 from Ogawa now. Johnston breathing pretty hard, and that's going to be a counter for Johnston. The left jab, but the right cross missed. Ooh, nice fucking Superman punch from Brian Johnston. What a fun knockdown that is. A Superman punch, and he's looking to just kick the shit out of him once he's down on the mat, but Ogawa's already backed up, and he knows he's in desperation mode, shoots for the takedown, doesn't get it, but he's going to get him against the ropes, and here's this judo throw. Looking for mount, gives up his back now. If he gets both hooks in, it's probably over. But so far, Johnston, oh well, never mind, he's getting fucked up here. He's going for the ground and pound. Both hooks in now. There it is, rear naked choke. Great win for Ogawa. Way to come back after getting knocked down. Immediately recover. Get enough kind of wherewithal to be like, alright, let's just shoot for the takedown. Get him against the ropes. Do your thing. Yeah, being a great judokan. Trip him. Get his back. And just fucking rain on him until eventually you get him to cover. And not even cover up. But yeah, I guess you could technically say he was just covered up. So the point where you can get your hooks in and flatten him out. It's just a great win. Great performance from Ogawa. Way to come back and get that win. As the natural. John Alessio taking on Egan Inoue. Will John Alessio finally get his first win? We shall see. Here we go. Alessio already shoots him for the takedown, but it's a brilliant sprawl to stop that nice leg kick from Alessio. Left hand from Inoue. Oh my lord, a 1-2 that misses on the jab, but he hits the fantastic right cross, and he knocked him out cold. John Alessio gets it done in a minute. Huge win. He needed that. Big victory. Shows off his striking, too, which was nice to see. Yeah, Egan's out of here at 3-6, but hey. It was nice having the Inoues when we had him. It's Carlos Barreto. Got Carlos Newton on the mind. Taking on Eldoro Pete Williams. As for Carlos Barreto, 7-2. Pete Williams, 5-3. Very close fight, though, on the betting line, and I think it's going to be an interesting one, because, again, Pete's striking is going to be the difference maker, I believe, and he's already trapping him in the corner. Not where you want to be against a great striker like Pete Williams. Jab in the exchange, 1-2 doesn't hit either of them, and Barreto gets the takedown now, so that's a great job by him. It's a scramble, though, from Pete, but Barreto's up first and quickly grabs him against the ropes. That's exactly what he needs. But, yeah, using his wrestling to prevent Williams from tagging with some dirty boxing. Oh, no, Barreto's looking for Williams. Oh, no, Barreto was the one that was up against the ropes. I thought for sure Yeah, never mind. Oh, yeah, I misread that completely. So, yeah, Pete Williams was in control here, but now Barreto waited for that chance to strike for Pete, and that way gets enough space to get out of there and escape, which he does. And again, trying to stalk him back into the corner is Pete Williams, and Pete with a 1-2. Again, though, Barreto gets that takedown. He knows how to get out of that corner. Shoot in for that takedown, and Barreto, man, oh man, gets side control off of this. Pete Williams is having a bad fight so far. He's made a lot of mental mistakes. He has not been landing all that well. Now he's trying to sweep from Mountain. He just gives up his back now. This is not good. He got both hooks in. That's going to do it. Carlos Barreto, very impressive, getting the rear naked choke win. Pete Williams, just bad game plan. Couldn't land a lot of strikes. Carlos Barreto, though, I got to give it to him. He's trapped against the corner. A lot of guys can get pieced up by Pete Williams like that, and it's not a great spot to be in, but every time he knew he was in danger, shot in, got those takedowns, and I earned a hard-fought victory, in my opinion. I was very surprised by that. Victory is Toby Mata, Carl Uno. Our next fight, our main card opener. The lightweights going at it here. Carl Uno comes in looking to strike. Nice right hand from Carl Uno, and Uno shoots him for the takedown as well, and he gets that takedown. Oh boy, he's got side control. Arm triangle. Oh my god, it's locked in. Oh, he breaks out of it. Jesus Christ. Well, that could have been real bad. Now he's looking for the armbar. Imada blocks it, looking for Mount. Gives up his back now. We're going to see another rear naked choke. Oh no, Imada's fighting it off. And they scramble. How about that? Uno, though, gets another takedown. Yeah, you're definitely seeing the fucking betting line advantage was not a mistake. I thought it was, but Jesus Christ. Carl Uno has been on him, but Toby Mata's been surviving. Been fighting off these submission holds, and yeah, they're going to have to stand him back up. And Carl Uno, though, keeps on getting these takedowns. That's the one thing he cannot do, is stuff these takedowns. Not great, but he's made it to the second round. Carl Uno gets another takedown. Side control here, arm triangle. Again, that gets fought off. Gives up his back again. Can't get the body triangle. Crazy. Turns over, twists him around, so now he's back on top. Oh, he's actually on top in his guard. That is crazy for Toby Mata. But Uno's trying to sweep. Ah, damn, he's got Mount into the armbar. Well, that was sick. Tough break for Toby Mata. He finally had something going for him and immediately lost control and got caught with the armbar. Very fun fight, though. We knew it was going to be a fun fight. I didn't think it'd be that one-sided, though. I should have learned from the betting line. But listen, sometimes Vegas gets it wrong. Sometimes in my gut, I just feel like a fight's going to be a lot closer than what they have it as. But that one, I was completely off. But hey, Toby Mata fought very, very hard, and he had a well-executed game plan. At least try and stifle all these submissions and try and make it tough on Carl Uno. Just wasn't the case, unfortunately. But Eric Paulson and Andrei Semenov, the White Shark, as Paulson hits the jab, misses the right hand. Jab at him, missing of the right hand from Semenov now. Semenov misses the big right hand. That's a nice counter from Paulson. Nice left hand. If I can land anything, both guys Paulson missing the 1-2. 1-2 misses from Semenov now. Just a little tit for tat here. Nice left cross off the counter from Paulson. Counter jab, but misses it. Semenov, big right hand. Can't hit the 1-2, does Paulson either. And another 1-2 that misses from Semenov now. Again, when you got such a close fight like this, things can happen to where it's a little sloppy in there, where just not a whole lot happens. But some great defense though from both guys nonetheless. 1-2 misses the big right hand though, but he lands the jab. Paulson misses the jab, but he lands the right hook. If I can land a significant shot, Paulson looks at the clock. Semenov with the left hook. 1-2 from Paulson. Left jab, right cross. Jab, right cross from Paulson. Again, he's doing the damn thing. Nice straight right hand. Quick punch, doesn't land it though. Left jab, can't hit the right cross. Off target with the left jab. Hits the right hook though. Good shit. I mean, listen, these guys are getting after it. They're starting to light each other up now. Paulson with the right hand. Semenov gets a hold of him though. Might see our first takedown of the fight. Oh no. Actually, he's just going to smother him against the ropes. This is a good fight. Good fight so far. Paulson trying to get in close. Now, actually, Semenov takes the aggressive approach initially, but then Paulson gets that aggressive start back swinging his way, the momentum-wise, and now he lands a left jab, nothing but air on the big right. Paulson's breathing a little heavier, so Semenov, so both guys are getting tired. Left jab, right hand is blocked. Oh, now missed again. This Semenov missed the big right hand. Here comes Paulson with a 1-2 potentially, but he misses there on the right hook. Again, another counter. This time from Semenov. He lands the 1-2. Left jab on a solid right hand. Nice right hand from from Paulson, rather. Excuse me. And now Semenov gets a hold of him again. Got him against the ropes. That's been the difference maker. Has been Semenov's Sambo. And actually, yeah, they were... oh, no, I thought they separated, but no, it looks... Oh, no, they definitely had to have. Yeah, it broke free, did Paulson. And, yeah, now misses with the 1-2 to Semenov. 1-2 misses from Paulson now. Left jab doesn't find the mark of the right hook to Semenov. 1-2 from Paulson. Yeah, both guys are kind of feeling the fatigue. They fall into a sloppy clinch. Another takedown. But Paulson not going down. Now he's got dominant position. He's going to trip him. Great trip. Got his back. Both hooks in. That's got to be it. God damn, Semenov defends that as well. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Now just look at the ground and pound. He's got his back. Still got hooks in. Probably broke his own hand. Jesus Christ. That's wild. Yeah, immediately it was just like, oh, let's just go for the rear naked choke. And Erik Paulson with now a broken hand, potentially. You have to fight the rest of this, these next 20 minutes. Not a great sign for Erik Paulson not getting that rear naked choke, though. That is definitely going to haunt him if he ends up losing this fight. But Paulson's still fighting hard. He's not going to get... Oh, well, as I say, that Semenov out-wrestles him and now tries to take him down. But again, being the aggressor. Oh, now but Semenov trying to push him against the ropes. Oh, no, Paulson getting back control. Potentially. Oh, no, Semenov pins him against the ropes. Hard stomp. Knees to the thighs. Paulson gets out of it, though. Both fighters fall into another clinch. Semenov is not going to get a takedown. Paulson gets his takedown, though. Some underhooks, trying to get some side control. But now Erik Paulson's just like, hey, fuck it. Let's just lay on him. Feels like he's done enough. Oh, it actually ends up underneath him in north-south. So Semenov with a nice knee to the side of the head. Another knee strike. Oh, it was Paulson, actually, rather, who's on top. I'm an idiot. Yeah, there's another knee strike. So Erik Paulson says, fuck it. I don't need my hands for this. Just knees him away. Semenov has ate a couple of those knees to the side of the head, which is insane. Our final round, and yeah, I'd say this is Paulson's fight to lose, really. He's looked tremendous. He's been stuffing takedowns. He's been landing some big shots. He's been getting his takedowns, and oh, well, there we go. Semenov finally gets a takedown. And it's already a counter, though, from Paulson. Yeah, Paulson's inside control. Tough break. Tough break. Now looking for mount. He's got it, mount. Some elbows here. More elbows. Gives up his back. Both hooks in. Will he get the rear naked choke? Nope. Again. Andrei Semenov fights it off. Crazy. But obviously Semenov's lost this fight. But for him to avoid getting finished has been quite impressive, actually. But man, oh, Paulson takes his back as Semenov tries to sweep him, and that's another rear naked choke that does not work out. But obviously Erik Paulson's going to win this fight by decision. I thought it'd be rated better than decent, but yeah, I guess at times it was a bit of a lull. So actually that is on point. But Renzo Gracie Academy trainee for old Erik Paulson getting the win. Our co-main event, Chuck Liddell, Kazushi Sakuraba. Chuck, of course, fighting a little bigger than 205, and here comes a right cross that lands hard. Boy, oh boy, Sakuraba, he's got to get out of striking in a hurry, and he's looking to get close enough to grapple, which, boy, oh boy, has he been getting fucked up. But there we go, Sakuraba's starting to equal those strikes, and he's able to try and clinch him, looking to suck him into his guard. Oh, actually defends it. Oh, shit. Now Chuck's got control of it. This ain't good. Some knees to the body. Lord have mercy. Got him against the ropes. Oh, Lord. Muay Thai clinch. Oh, Jesus. But he got out of it. Somehow, some way. I believe, as far as, yeah. Looks, now an attempt to land to hook on the body, but Liddell, again, can't get it done. And Sakuraba, again, trying to suck him into his guard, and it just keeps on getting stopped. And Chuck keeps taking control of the clinch. Now he's got a Muay Thai clinch. Oh my lord. Need him right in the goddamn face. Crumbles to Sakuraba. The Iceman puts him to sleep. He puts him on ice. Jesus. I mean, that is a violent ass finish for that. Him and Vanderlei, man. That's a fun fight for the Cruiserweight title. That's a hell of a fight. Those two guys are going to beat the fuck out of each other. As Upstart Karate, of course, for Chuck Liddell. Jesus. But I mean, event. Rematch here between Josh Barnett and Mark Kerr, this time for the heavyweight title. As, ringside judges, opening bell. No touch of gloves. Drawing some heat from the Maine crowd. Nice right hand from Barnett. And they already cut him. And Kerr avoids the 1-2 and it gets the takedown potentially. I don't know. Driving against the ropes though. But then Barnett gets out of it. Another takedown. This time Mark Kerr gets it. Ploy to just allow a scramble though already. Oh boy, he has got his back. Oh lord. Tight body triangle too. That is tough. Mark Kerr got fucking destroyed. Oh, what a great job by Josh Barnett. I gotta give him that. He took that opportunity to just, out of the sweep, somehow grabbed his back, got the hooks in quickly, got out of there before getting really dominated by the smashing machine potentially. And, I mean, he was looking good. Again, Mark Kerr was looking real good, looking like he was going to get another win over him. Doesn't get the takedown, though, and it's just bad luck, just bad wrestling from Mark Kerr. Overcommitted, gave up his back, and ended up losing out in the fight because of it. It actually decreased our popularity in the U.S., crazy enough, but obviously Barnett, Liddell, Barreto looked good, Alicio. Travis Lutter. Yeah, we'll go Okawa as well. He was great with the comeback win. There we go. We probably still made some money. Yeah, $230,000. Not too bad at all. Not too bad. Wow. Josh Barnett gets out of there early. We see Chuck will be fighting Vanderlei for the Cruiserweight title, which Chuck will be back in about a month. So, yeah, we could probably have that fight happen in July if we want to, but obviously we're going to probably have it be in September in Texas. And, again, Murder Bustamante fighting a former champion in Carlos Newton. It's a unique main event, but I think it's going to be a fun one, though, even though the betting line, right now, I'll show off the betting line. It's minus 810 for Murder Bustamante. I think it's going to be a lot closer than that, but again, I've had that happen before, where I thought, this fight's going to be a lot closer to what they have it as, and it was exactly how they described it, as a minus 810 favorite, where he got him the fuck out of there quickly. But great performance though from Barnett, gets the win, defends his heavyweight title, and we will catch you guys next time for the One Friday in Florida show. Take care, everyone.